Okay, so today we are going to program this bad boy right here, a smart key for 2016 Mazda CX-5. So the first thing you need to do, obviously, is, I don't know if obviously, but you need to make sure you got a battery in there. See, I got a battery, I already did that, okay? So now I'm going to program the key before I go out, and then we'll go out and put it on and make it happen and cut the key and hopefully do the chicken dance. We'll see. Okay, so I got it in the remote now, and I had a question about this because I had this one is the XKF2IEN, and it calls for, and in the remote, I'll show it to you, for the NXP. So I checked with my teacher, and he said that's fine. This will work for that. Because there's also looking for the XM38. That's a different one and a much more expensive one, at least from what I know. But I should be able to program with this. So let's see what happens. Is this going to be another of those famous last words? Let's see. Okay, so what I've learned was this about the NXP. It's basically the chip that's inside the board of that particular. It's the X-Horse XS series, XS, and it's programmable for many cars, but not for like a Toyota. Oh, somebody's calling me here. Okay, it's showtime. Client just called. Let's go do it. All right, we got the Mazda CX-5 right here. Nice looking car. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and program it. So let me get in the car and we'll start to work. Okay, so I'm starting with the diagnostic and I got that okay. So let's see what we got here. Remember, I gotta be mindful of when I'm doing things. I'm already being mindless. Okay, what is this telling me? Anything else? That's it. Okay, great. Yes, that's it. So let's run the diagnostics real quick and see what's going on with this car. Okay. Okay, so we got a whatever this smart start unit has 3 faults in it. Let's go ahead and do a quick erase. And let's see what happens now. Good, we got it worked out now. Everything else looks good. Fantastic. Okay, we got this recorded, so if she ever comes up and says something, I have it right here. There you go. Let's do it. Emo. Accept. Okay, so let's just do this one because we know we got the vehicle ID ready to roll with this one because we scanned it. So it's going to show it to me already. Look at that. It says okay. Okay, and this we're going to say Europe. And we're going to do a smart key from right here. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, emo status scan. Here we go. Okay, add a key. Okay, so press start. This will not erase keys. Yes. Turn ignition on. It's yes. Okay. Okay. The pin number, we got a fail. Our first fail here. Okay, so now what? Okay, so my teacher said that I just needed to go and do this manually. So let's see if this turn ignition on. It's on. Yes. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so I had to go to manual selection. That's what I had to do. And then that's what he said, CX-5. I'm going to do a 2000, here it is, right here. Yes. Now let's do the emo SATA scan. Okay, it's got a fault. Okay, so let it add the key, start. Okay, yes. Okay, fail again. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to turn this off. Well, these things are never straightforward. So I have to contact my teacher. We're going to do a team viewer, see what's happening. What's going on with his PIN number, man? We'll find out soon. Okay, so the teacher came in on the remote, and so what he did is he tried a few different things, same things that I did, had the same problems. Now what he did is he went to a 2017 instead of a 2016, so now I have to wait like 7 minutes for it to do its thing. So we'll see what happens. Now we're going under a little pressure because the lady wanted to go somewhere, and I got the car stuck here. And what I'm worried about is that it says it required 2 keys to work. I'm hoping, man, that this thing doesn't shut down that original key. And man, oh, I don't even want to think about it. All right, well, I'll see you in about 7 minutes. We'll see what happens. So I got to this spot right here, which did the deal. So looks like it was a 2017 was, you know, so I'm gonna have to find out more about what that was all about. So anyway, there you go, it worked. So gotta do a chicken dance, man. Chicken, where am I, man? Yeah, I want to, I'm a little nervous still. I want to get the key cut. She's got to leave. So we'll do the chicken dance later, okay? We'll do a good one, all right? When we get paid. Sure enough. So I contacted my teacher. He got back to me, and he said that I used the wrong program. And, you know, so I had 2 options. I didn't know which one to do. And I didn't pay attention to the key fob itself. I was just kind of looking at the date, and I just sort of picked one. And so I went back and looked at my video, you know, which you probably saw already. I made a little note on the video showing you what a mess up I did. I got the wrong one. And now he said I need to just go back and reprogram that, so I have to start all over again. Good news is I got the key worked out, and now we'll go see if this is really going to be the problem. And listen, I'm learning a lot, you know, I'm making a lot of mistakes, but, you know, I'm learning, and eventually I'm going to be a pro, man. I'm going to be the guy that's going to have the answers, man, because all my bumps and bruises that I'm getting over here. So anyway, that's what we got to do now. You know, back to the drawing board. My teacher told me was that sometimes if it's not working, so some of these models, maybe they're later in the year, so they might already have the next year's model, or maybe the year before, who knows? But you got to kind of test it out. I'm learning this is not so exact about when you see the instructions. Like, for example, when I cut keys, I see that it's not 100% exactly how it says. You got to really use some common sense. If it doesn't make sense, make it make sense. Okay, so let's get to work and start programming, and let's see how that goes. Oh man, this is a killer. So what happened? I had to erase all keys. I had to go to all keys lost and erase the keys. And then the whole system died. So what I needed to do was go to another setting that set on the Autel that's force ignition on. So that's where I went to, and so now we're back at the all keys lost, and we're going to try to go from here to the next step and see if we can't get the 2 keys programmed. And I'm running out of time because this lady wants to go somewhere. So if you don't see me in the next video, you know what happened to me, man. All right, we'll see what happens. So I'm still having problems. Nothing's working. I got the teacher on, he's on TeamViewer now. And I'm at 11.8 in the voltage. He says it's strong enough. It'll be good. I got to wait for 7 minutes here. I'm telling you, man, we're under pressure now. Oh, man. I'm telling you. Oh. She said she's got till about 4:30 my time right now. Let's see what the time is. Okay, so I got about an hour, a little less than an hour. Hope she doesn't have to leave earlier. All right. I'm going to go off and start praying. That always helps. It doesn't hurt. He's doing a all keys lost guided session. Let me hear him. See, that's what he's doing here. What I see, though, it's success on the pin number. I didn't have any success before. I'm wondering. So I still got I get to 420 seconds or something like that. So what did I learn from all this? Well, the main lesson is I got to be very careful about which program that I pick. The whole thing went south when I picked the wrong program. What do I mean by that? So when I went into the mini key tool and then I picked the vehicle, so it showed me two options, and I didn't look close enough to see that the two options were two different keys. And so I picked the wrong one. Figures, go figure, right? And that caused me a lot of problems. Oh man. Because what happened is that I did program it. I got the car started. Everything worked, except all of a sudden this little light comes on. This says, what did it say? Something like smart key malfunction or keyless system malfunction. That's what it was. And, the lady contacted me and said, listen, what's going on here? So I check it out. And then I spent the whole afternoon trying to figure out how to get rid of that. And at the end of the day, what happened? Once I realized that I did the wrong program, I had to reprogram the key. And then it really didn't work because since I programmed it the first time, I don't think it really reset properly, and I couldn't get it to work. So then the teacher said, my teacher, Moti, he said, just go ahead and do all keys lost. We're going to have to start all over, erase the keys, and go for it from there. And wow, that was for me, because I had a nightmare before where I really messed up a car, and I don't even want to go into that story. But, we got it worked out in the end, but what a nightmare. So I'm thinking, oh man, the nightmare returns. But it wasn't. It was okay. We everything, the car shut off, but my teacher showed me how I could do a forced start, and we got that going, and he was there with me the whole way. So if you think you could do this with YouTube videos, man, good luck. Send me, put in the comments that that's how you learned YouTube videos and you got it down. Okay, my yarmulke off to you, man. If that's the case. So anyway, that was it. We finally got it working when we just did all keys lost and started fresh and got it going, and then it reprogrammed the system and everything was working fine. And I got paid. But I didn't do the chicken dance, It was just, I was so exhausted with this thing, I just wasn't even able to, I just was, man, I gotta go do, because my wife was calling me and, saying we had to go do something. So just have to do the chicken dance another time, So, there you go. The chicken was dancing, but I wasn't dancing with the chicken, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So that was it. Okay, big lesson learned there. What was the key lesson? The key lesson is it really makes a difference. You got to be very careful with the programming, And also, the other big lesson is that It was a 2017. She told me it was 2016. And so you have to really find out. And sometimes, even if it says 2016 or whatever the date may be of the car, it might have newer components. It might be late in the year. So if it's not working, it might be the wrong program, and just reprogram it to maybe one up. So, or maybe one down. I don't know, but you have some options there. In this case, it was one up, 2017. So there you have it. It could have been a 2017, the car. It didn't really tell me. That PIN number kind of threw me because it didn't work, for me, but because the teacher went and did a guided. I did a guided at first, but it didn't work, and it could be because of the programming, most likely, and since everything was programmed, it probably messed the whole thing up. So once we just reprogrammed everything, got the whole all keys lost and started it all over, that seemed to do the job all the way around. There you have it. Boomer Locksmith out!